You are welcome. It's one man, is a kind man. Incidentally, he was the first to come. So thank you so much. We're very grateful. And I believe your coming will now be the beginning of coming. And much more participation. Inshallah. By the time you see what we want to do, I believe you might actually take it off from us. And also, Dr. Sulaiman, we are very, very grateful. I just sent a message, and he said the man will be there, inshallah. They just sent me the address. He is one of us. That was the language US ambassador said about me, and I was afraid I did not know the meaning of that statement. When I was given an award, he said Imam Fuad is one of us. Up to today, I don't know the meaning of that statement. So, but my own doctor is one of us. Incidentally, we still have another doctor that is also one of us. Dr. Kamal, that one, at least people can know the meaning of that one, that he is one of us. So, Doctor, you are welcome. Thank you so much. We are very, very grateful. This and to my colleagues also, AL-HABIBIYYAH, I'm doing two things together, doing it with introduction. AL-HABIBIYYAH, you are welcome. And Madam Howland, you are also welcome.
Who is she?
She is you. And Auntie Saramatu, you are also welcome. Amaria Ruka, you are also welcome. And Comrade Mohammed, you are also welcome. Because a comrade. Yes. It's a comrade. Brother so much, you are welcome. Our media member that is just sitting there, Brother Winnie from both of them, from News Agency of Nigeria. You are welcome to Alexa. The director of program, Sheikh Abdulhamid Sallah, is also one of us. Honorable Ismail Sulaiman, you welcome once again. Sheikh Ibrahim Idris, you are also welcome. Okay, Igbo man. He just came from Owerri, so you are welcome. I gave you are also welcome. The man that used to deceive himself says the one managing me, you too, you are also welcome.
Thank you.
And the human of the organization, the secretary himself, you are welcome. I've done many things at the same time. So, announce Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Mohammed, go and sit down. This meeting or this gathering is a special one, sir, because in AL-HABIBIYYAH, we, after His infinite mercy, from His mercy has decided to make us the light of the community, and by extension, the light of the nation. And inshallah, we hope to make it global. Our coming here, what we are going to do here is we introduce about 7 new programs that are very strange. And all of us want to be on the same level of understanding what exactly we want to do. That's why we call for these retreats. Ordinarily, we are not supposed to invite anybody. But because it involves you, that's why we invited you. By the time I begin to explain all those programs, you will see that it actually involves you. We had a work with one international organization called MacArthur Foundation. We worked with them between 2018 to 2023. We did a program where we call it the first 3 years, it was Project Eat Fine. Eat Fine means encouraging accountability and transparency through faith-based intervention. We were training imams on anti-corruption so that they will be able to say something and they will to know what does corruption mean, how can they say it in such a way that will not be a problem. we finished the first 3 years, the program was so successful, but the month they were becoming poorer. They said, the people that used to give us money, they are the ones you ask us to be talking to, that what they are doing is wrong. How are we going to survive? We created another program called Project AL-HABIBIYYAH. AL-HABIBIYYAH now began to train the imams on how to have something doing on their own. They will have some businesses that will not affect their position. Yesterday, one of the people that when we wanted to invite him, one notorious scholar in Osun, they used to call him Ololomerue. I'm proud. He came to Abuja yesterday and he was talking, he said, Imam, I am now a rich man. I don't go to programs anyhow. If you want me to come to any program, you have to book ahead. That I'm not just an ordinary man. I say it's culture of AL-HABIBIYYAH. He said today he's a rich man. He has a farm that even governments, they are buying chicken from him. He used his own mouth to say it yesterday. He said when he was talking about AL-HABIBIYYAH, I said it's one of the successes of AL-HABIBIYYAH. So, and we have tens of that kind of people. It was a big success, alhamdulillah. The program came to an end 2023. Is it 2023 or 2024? It came to an end June 2024. Those who supported us, the grants finished. And they said they are not, this year, 2025, they have not decided on the kind of area they want to go. So they don't have money for anybody. But they said, in space. I consciously reserve it. You are welcome, sir. I'm taking time to explain why we are here. And if I don't explain all this background information, you will not know why you are sitting here. So, MacArthur told us that they don't have money for anybody in 2025, that they are yet to decide on what they want to do, which area they want to go. But alhamdulillah, they invited us for a program online. Where is Prof? They said they want to know what is the stand of Islam on philanthropy. They invited a Christian organization, they invited AL-HABIBIYYAH, they invited Azawon. Azawon is Association of Zakats and Waqf Operators of Nigeria, the umbrella organization. They asked all of us to be talking. Alhamdulillah, to cut the story short, it is AL-HABIBIYYAH they gave the project. So they now ask us, one of the reasons why they consider AL-HABIBIYYAH, we told them all what we have been doing at AL-HABIBIYYAH without writing it down. And they saw the sincerity and the practicability of what we said. They just called us and said, my friend, go and write your proposal. And that is how they now gave us a project called Faith and Philanthropy. Why do they do that? If you notice now, the support these development partners, they are no more bringing money. Incidentally, I have plenty of development people on the seat. They are no more bringing plenty money. Especially now that Trump has come, the issue of money going out has become so restricted. They are looking for a way where each country will be able to generate their own funding for their own projects. Incidentally, we have done one with United Nations Commission for Refugees. You can see that's why we brought the banner. We have worked with UNHCR to raise money for them. Incidentally, the money we raised, we have not given it to them. We raised about 20 million. But it's still with us. We have not sent it. Inshallah, we'll soon send it by God's grace. So, they now gave us that we should begin to do a kind of enlightenment in Nigeria on why people should have a kind of a charitable foundation where they will supporting local projects and local things that are necessary. We are the one that will do that. The name of the project they give us is Faith and Philanthropy. It's going to run for 3 years for initial one. But one thing that is unique about this program with us is that MacArthur is not sponsoring any organization in Nigeria this year or anything. So we are the only one. Because this program, they said it is only in America they have been doing it. This is the first time it's coming out of America, and we are the one that, alhamdulillah, we got it. But we have told them that this is an inbuilt system in Islam. It's an inbuilt tool in Islam already. That even the ones you are doing in America is actually stolen or borrowed from us. You did not have an idea of it. So, but alhamdulillah, we got the funding that the program was supposed to start by last month. We now sat down. If we are asking people to do something, where is our own? We decided that we are going to have what we call AL-HABIBIYYAH Waqf Foundation, which is going to be model for every other person we are talking with, so that we'll be able to see the problem that they will face when they are doing it. And we will also know how to do it better. And that is why we have invited almost all the experts in the area of Waqf in Nigeria. About 2-3 of them are in this country that are very good. About more than 95% of Manas don't know anything about Waqf. They can't differentiate between Waqf and Sadaqah. They can't differentiate between Waqf, Sadaqah, and Zakat. It is one thing that is highly technical, but alhamdulillah, almost all the about 5-7 of them that are very good in this country on this, 3 of them are on our board. So we now decided that we want to have what we call an AL-HABIBIYYAH Waqf Foundation. In an AL-HABIBIYYAH Waqf Foundation, what can make it work is from the area of inheritance. If you look at the Muslim community or the Muslim woman in Nigeria, you discover there is no way inheritance has always been problem in the family. Even the people with one wife, it has always been problem. If you also look at the businesses in Nigeria, you discover that they don't last the moment they own die. Look at the Chifepe all these companies are gone. Look at Cabo Air. All the companies gone. Look at Chachangi Airline. All the companies gone. If we're able, and there are thousands of other big business in the me, I don't know where the business is now. If you now look at this, if we have a plan, if we meet these people, if they put their business in Waqf, Waqf will be able to manage this their system. This is their business. If they understand it, their children will gain, their grandchildren will gain, their great-grandchildren will gain, and they can gain till the end of the world. And their business will still remain, their name will still continue, and they will still have a reward every day. But unfortunately, we don't have any information. Nobody is leading this for us. And that is why AL-HABIBIYYAH has taken up upon ourselves that we want to have a step ahead on what they want us to do. We are the owner that we have, our body is itching us, so we know how to scratch it better. And that is why we have decided that we are going to have our own AL-HABIBIYYAH Waqf Foundation. But what will our own Waqf Foundation be now be doing? We have created so many other programs under the Waqf Foundation. That's what we call AL-HABIBIYYAH Rural Development Initiative. AL-HABIBIYYAH Rural Development Initiative is the one that will spend the money that the Waqf is able to get. If they say, somebody says, no Waqf, we want to be taking care of young people school, they are the one who will be paying the school fees. They say they want to be taking care of widows, they are the one who will be doing it. We want even tractor for a particular group of farmers. If there is no light, we want to be sinking borehole. That organization will be in charge. And we call this AL-HABIBIYYAH Rural Development Initiative. And also, the one that will not be getting in touch with people, we call it AL-HABIBIYYAH estate planning and allied services. This estate planning, I don't know that you heard the story of some Nigerian property that was seized in UK about 3 weeks ago. They said 52 Nigerians, they died, nobody claimed their properties, and the UK government has taken over, and they're not going to return it to anybody again. So if somebody has a house, you don't even want anybody to know, you can come to our office. One of the greatest things we'll have is the secrecy of whatever you do with us. When you come to our office, you will tell them, you hand it over to them. Your children, you can say they should be paying your children from it. They should be paying your family from it. But the moment you hand it over to us, nobody can inherit it again. But whatever you want it to be used for, it will be used for it. So you will have the opportunity, triple opportunity. Your property will still remain your own, or it's no more your own, but you'll be having what do you call it? Opportunity of enjoying the fruit of that family, of that properties, and yet nobody will know you have any property anywhere. You can say your children, you should be giving them 30%, 50% of the investment yield after. So we have an office that is called EPAS, Estate Planning and Allied Services. So you can come to our office and discuss with them how you want it to be. You can say 50% for your family, 50% for vulnerable, 30% for this, and it will be done like that until the end of the world. And besides, those things will remain with you, the reward will continue to be with you, and your children will be there, and your property will not be lost. But this time around, it's no more your own, it is Almighty Allah's own. So that is what that program we do. We call it Estate Planning and Allied Services, EPAS. And one of our brothers that we are considering that we lead it is a judge in area court, Sharia court, who is used to even estate planning before this. Our Honorable Ismail is the one that will lead this. Then we have under that, we are still going to have mosque support services. If your own money, you want the mosque, you want to be taking care of mosque, or you want to support the food bank, you can say every year from your investment, so amount of money should be going to for food bank. Until the end of the world, that is what we'll be doing with it. Then we'll also be building mosque based on the money we're able to get from the investment and from the decision of the owner. Apart from building the mosque, if you notice, most of our mosques in this country, they are dirty, they are not well kept, and imams, they don't have time. So one of the things we're intended to be doing, inshallah, is that we'll be maintaining mosque from this investment by God's grace. We'll be paying the imam, we'll be paying the muazzin, and the cleaner of all the mosques that are under us. Then after that, there is another program that is linked with it. We call it diaspora support services. We have so many Nigerians abroad. They want to build houses. Their family used to cheat them. They want to do businesses at home. Their family used to do that. So you can contact us. We do it for you, but at a price. That is also that program. Then after that, we have a program that we call AL-HABIBIYYAH Volunteers. That we also, inshallah, we are going to make public anytime from now also. The AL-HABIBIYYAH Volunteers has been working for long, but we want to make it corporate now and much more organized. But they will be doing so many things that AL-HABIBIYYAH Volunteers in security, in cleaning, in protocol works, in so many other areas that they will also be working. Then we intend also to have what we call African Mosque Forum. We were with somebody came to AL-HABIBIYYAH, when did this doctor came?
Saturday.
On Saturday. They came from one mosque in Abo. They saw what we are doing. They came, about 5 of them, to come and see what we are doing. They were moved, they said they want to come back. They have that mosque in Abo, they have a better funeral services program, they have where they keep dead body, what do they call it? Mortuary. They have machine for it. Yes, you can keep the dead body there for as long. Yes.
They have machine that's
For the washing. So they have a very good funeral. You see, yes, they call it services. That so they now see we saw where they have added advantage and where we are also better than them. So this, although we have been thinking of this one before, we will have a kind of peer review for mosque, Juma mosque, not only in Nigeria. I want to make it Africa, so that we come together. We see what are the things that a particular mosque is doing better. What can we learn from the mosque? What are the things where we are lacking? What are the things? So we don't look at only ourselves alone. We are looking at a bigger world, which inshallah we are still going to launch very soon, inshallah. We have what do you call it before the I mentioned. So, alhamdulillah, so all these are the things that we want to do a kind of public presentation, like after a week of this program. Because we cannot say we want to go out and we people who are at home, we don't know what we want to go and do. When they ask anybody, you know, we say they are doing it. No, it's not going to be they are doing it. Any of us, we are all staff in AL-HABIBIYYAH, as you see us, any of us can be posted to any department to be able to do this. That's why we invite you. And we also invite you because we know you have the network. We know you know the people. We know you too, you have been concerned about this problem, but you do not know the solution in your heart. So with this one now, you know, that's why I said you are all one of us. For us to be able to achieve and to have success in this, that's why we have invited you. That you have to, you join us. We'll give you an idea of what we are doing, and inshallah, when we are now making public presentation of all these programs, inshallah, you people will now own it and you will lead it. This is the reason why we have invited you, because we also want our country to be better, and we want our nation to be better, and that is why we have decided. Let me tell you before I run it, but tell you the history of the food bank that is now a model worldwide. But as far as Nigeria is concerned, with all humility and with gratitude to Allah, I do not know of any other place that they are doing it like the way we are doing it. With the place that American ambassador came, we have to force him out because he did not want to leave the mosque. They said, "Have we finished? Am I to go?" I said, "We have to go, sir." So because he couldn't, he has no word to express what he saw. And I met even the camp president in one big program. I said he should thank us that he has seen what he has never seen in his life in the mosque in AL-HABIBIYYAH. But how it started was that we want people to be doing good. We want people to be happy. So we began to practicalize it by ourselves. And people are giving us money, they are giving us so many things. Before an angel now came, Alhaji Faruk Sulaiman now took over and it became a model of everything. But that program also led to another program. People were giving us money for feeding during Ramadan. We discovered some people are giving us their zakat money. And you don't use zakat money for food alone. So what we do is that if you give us any, we will ask you, is it your zakat you are giving us? You say no, it's just sadaqah. For this your food bank, we keep it in food bank. If you say zakat, we created another account for zakat. So at the end of the day, we launched our zakat foundation in 2008. Today, Zakat Foundation has empowered hundreds of people in such a way that many of them, they have their own businesses which they do. But we now discover with new knowledge that are coming up. Most of us don't know, we can't differentiate between zakat and sadaqah and waqf. Not knowing that zakat is too small when it comes to making a country and making the community of the Ummah a better place. That you can use zakat to develop the Waqf, but zakat alone is not enough to change the community. I always tell people that there's a community in Kenya that it is Waqf that changed their community. Government has to set up a board to monitor their work because they don't need any government intervention in anything. There is work for getting married, there's work for delivery, there is work for health, there is work for primary school, there is work to even get accommodation. That anybody that a university graduate that has not gotten a work, that he should be living in a particular house for 10 years without paying one kobo. So they now discover there is even work for electricity, there is work for roads. The government discovered that these people, they might take over government from us. So they now establish National Board for Work Coordination. Today they are still on it. The same thing in India. So there is Supreme Court last week because of the work that the way work is being run, they don't need government. But one of the best things that can happen in any country, if we know how the work operates, that we now discover that this is my husband last week. It was on this work, and I don't know whether you remember. The title of the work was "Work on Claim Blessing of Allah." So this is what we want to do, inshallah. That in the next 2 weeks, we're still going to invite Mona Ajia. That this is just the beginning. That next week we are going to make this thing we are doing public. We're now going to for public presentation of all this program. And I want to thank you once again, and I want to appreciate your commitment. And Alhaji Farouk Sulaiman, the National Vice President, is just coming from Kaduna because of this program. So we can know why he's coming, and I will pray that Allah in His infinite mercy will be there and support each and every of you and your family. That the essence here is not of what we can gain by ourselves, but it's for the generality of the Ummah. And you sacrifice. Coming out early in the morning, it is very rare for people who are not getting, who are like director. It's not an easy thing. People are getting on that. Thank you for borrowing me the English I was looking for. Going out early in the morning is not good. It's not good for people who are getting younger. So we want you to know that we are not taking this for granted. We know it, we appreciate it, but we know that this is just the beginning of the journey. That all your friends, even from Pakistan, from Botswana, from Liberia, from Saudi Arabia, you get in touch with them all. Doctor, I know he has been to about 57 countries, which is not more than that, as a staff of United Nations organization. So more, Dr. Kamal. Okay, Botswana too. You know that I want to serve in Botswana? Yes. It's Swaziland.
It's not very far. We were visiting when I
So those are the things that we want to do. And the challenge we have is that none of this program is already out before. I do not know whether you now see our challenge. This is where your opinion, your expertise, your advice, your continuous coming, not just on phone. How far Dr. Kamal Leon and Dr. Sulaiman Leon will be much more challenging now, and I won't allow you to sleep. I promise you. Because you just have to be part of us, and when you are around, there are certain things we will not see that somebody that is not around will see. No matter how open our eyes are. So that is why we have a way of doing things in Nigeria. Some people are doing something, other people will not be part. They will just come. It is them who see what is happening, then we will correct it. And because we listen to ourselves with all humility, that's why we are becoming a model almost every day. So I want to thank you. and I want to appreciate you for this. We are